minimize this. I'll quit to menu and then hope that the game doesn't break because I've already been in the game or something.
Fingers crossed.
Don't think that's a rule on this game at all.
All right, we're in.
I think I'm ready, yeah.
All right, Critch, you ready?
Yes.
Is the channel... Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, I have the stream up and it wasn't loaded. There we go. Okay, now it's fine.
All right. I'll do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chill.
All right. I have politely been I've been distracted by the Twitch chat being open again. It's always a classic. Another race ready to go though. This one in the lower bracket. It's going to be a it's been a theme of all of Critch's races in the lower bracket as someone who, you know, previously has a 122? Yeah, 122. But after not really playing consistently for ages with their seeding run, get seeded into the lower bracket. So it's always going to be an uphill battle in this instance. But all in all, you know, anything can happen on the day. Although a lot would have to go wrong in order to guarantee. Did Critch crash?
Did he crash?
I assume we're just keep going. I assume we're just.
Because
Well,
so I'm fine to restart because I've just messed up because I'm not paying attention because of that as well.
I mean, if Critch just resumes, we will just act as if nothing happened. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Critch has just happily restarted, so.
Okay,
No
I'll keep going
here.
then.
Oh, it had unlock all missions and starting coins. Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, it wasn't a crash. It was the mod, yeah.
Yeah.
I had some weird
did.
thing where the camera on the first mission was weird, and I was very concerned, but I think I'm fine. Okay, I'll just keep continuing.
All right, yeah. But yeah, obviously that from Critch's, I believe his first race where he crashed against, who was it? I was commentating this as well. Tyler, I believe. Think so? Ah, yes it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, the confirmation. It's always an interesting time. You know what they say about co-commentators? They just hold you back. That's a joke. But no, solo comms, first time of the tourney for me. Obviously, CC's been running in a shift, and Larrikin, so unsure right now. Unsure right now, Sid. A prediction's running in. Oh, well, hold on, no, that's the previous prediction. Guess we're giving out the victories. If I do seem a bit slow on comms, about 30 minutes before this race started, I absolutely polished off a full English. So if I do seem a bit slow, it's just my cholesterol rising by the second. It's not going to be the most. You know, it takes the brain a while to start working. People say fish is brain food. Still a fairly obviously the Thunder one didn't really get off with Critch accidentally having unlockable missions and starting coins on, which, you know, isn't ideal. And Zoton having some, like, you know, a bit of uncertainty as to whether the race was continuing. But we get there in the end.
We're number one! We're number one!
Nice.
Homie, you're
I think also a slight minor difference. We are getting to see the difference in FPS, where Zoton's on 120, was Critch is on 200. And typically at this point in the game, we'll start to see like some little minor things. I'd say anything above 100, you typically do get a lot of the boosts in the Homer 1 and Bart 1 still, but it will come down to late game where it comes to different strats. Seen a lot of people who do still play on 120, and even if we do kind of, you know, I say mock's probably a bit of a strong word. Do kind of question the decision. It is kind of the bridge, you know. If you play on 60 and you move to 120, you are still doubling your FPS. So everything you're used to how this game feels, you know, there's a lot more of it now. It's a very like steep adjustment to go from like 60 to 120. So it's I can understand. It's a pretty nice like smooth spot. And I don't know, I imagine typically as more people like run this game and like the further they get invested, you do typically tend to see people just go a bit higher in FPS, right? Where some runners reach their initial goal and then they decide to just go up and try to access new like out of bounds or different strats. Zoton doesn't get the right berth on Smithers. Now we're gonna have to do it in like without any strats, but a lot of damage has been done, and we get to see a difference here with Critch going for Plow King Smithers, which, you know, it is much faster, also a lot more dangerous. But Zoton gets the funny pixel to get a 620 office spaced, and Critch having to gently climb over with the Plow King, not resetting his car, going to make the adjustments on the fly. Gets a big hit, so we're just going to see the normal office-spaced strat for Smithers, but the car has a thing to say about it. The car kind of messed up Critch's trajectory there, so now they're also going to have to do it without any strats available. That's a turnout for the books. It's always the thing that you see with... I say this, I'm looking at the Twitch stream again. Stop getting distracted, me. Stop getting distracted, my bad. I like funny pixels. I like funny pixels. I am seeing the window projector though, so not to worry. I'm just being a small-brained. We've all done it, but me more so in particular. All right, now I'm not miles behind. No, it's all good. It's all good. So Zoton is in the cutscene. Notice there is going to be a much greater time discrepancy between the two runners, as Critch did have to restart, and we didn't like restart for it, as is pretty customary for these races. Critch getting the ESS with Plow King again and warping to Blind Big Brother. Critch is, you know, maybe controller. Just some struggles with the menuing. You need a controller? Yeah, I thought so. I was going to say that. Menu was a little bit out of pocket. Zoton out of the cutscene. Venturing forth. Yeah, trust. Critch is believing in the trust factor. Believe me. Oh, hello, Sid. Welcome to the comms.
I've been beckoned.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. You know, I've been distracted by Twitch so far. Been about a minute behind.
Yep. Solid.
And I'm slowly dying in the inside. That's what full English will do to you.
I almost spilled my sundae.
Especially on a hot day.
Yeah.
Sweating.
Was it like full works, like bacon, mushroom, everything? Just
Oh yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't. Basically, there's a lovely little greasy spoon that I go to,
Oh,
and it's its whole livelihood is making breakfast delicious, and it's see I used to go for something called the monster breakfast, but that was when I was like 10 kg heavier. So there's a reason I went for that, and that's
Yeah.
I'm not that man anymore. So I was a little apprehensive because there wasn't any black pudding, which I only like on a full English. I only enjoy on a full English,
Yeah.
nowhere else.
I don't see
There
anyone have
wasn't
black
any.
pudding outside of a full English.
Yeah, no. And I was a bit apprehensive. But there were no like sauces, were no like beans, were no like chopped tomatoes. But you know what? All greasy, all delicious.
No beans. That's a bit.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
beans. A British delicacy, of course. But yeah, it was great though. It was great. It was all covered in grease. But I don't get them as much as I used to. So it's I'll take the pain for now.
So I just realised that I cannot change Critch's name because Critch is also a mod, so I'm not Critch.
You are not Critch.
I'm not trying to be some kind of Critch imposter.
True, true. See, you just have to add an A in the front of your name. Easy. Easy.
Sure.
I suppose Critch not really struggling with Bone Storm. I did miss the bulk of Zoton. I was a little bit invested in my own story time. Sorry.
I think his Bone Storm was alright from what I saw.
Yeah, it didn't go too far the other way. So. But yeah, I was a little apprehensive. No beans, no chopped tomatoes, because don't let the autism PDF shock you. On a full English, you mix everything.
Yep.
Everything gets mixed with everything. All the juice from everything goes to everywhere else. Oh, it's a happy family sharing all fluids.
All right. Well, swiftly moving on.
We are entering part 1.
Can we skip this level? Can we just go up to Lisa? It'd be much better.
Yeah, can't really give much insightful commentary on part 1. Can't lie.
It's just part 1, isn't it? It's just.
I've seen the progression of part 1 as a level over the years, but somehow I've not actually experienced any of it myself.
Yeah.
I'm still playing part 1 like it's 2019.
Yeah, 2019 was a good time.
True. Well,
Maybe I'm just old.
Yeah, maybe you're just reminiscing.
So I'm going for a taxi. Interesting. All right. Not a huge fan of the taxi in, well, any mission now.
Any mission ever. At all. Ever.
Basic.
Critch getting the taxi. Oh, no,
Oh,
yes.
sports car.
Taxi says no. So does Critch.
Basically, when you start doing dirt jump, you realise the taxi is utter garbage for that.
Yeah, it really is a. I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same. Like it's not even that.
Oh, wait,
much
whoa, where's
worse.
Critch going? Oh, okay.
I suppose Critch is doing the old. I mean, considering the last race he got followed to the DMV.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
playing it safe.
he wanted to play it safe, and especially considering from that race, the afters of that race, he had unlockable missions and starting coins on.
Like,
I think he doesn't want any possible problems.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I mean, my whole MO for these speed sims and races are simply try to get the run with least mistakes.
Yeah.
You like as much as a PB would be good, you're racing someone else, so the whole point is just to win.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be pretty.
Race comes first, PB comes after.
Oh. Yeah, exit times. I mean, that's probably a pretty, in comparison to what Critch's level typically is. That's a pretty rough one, but obviously he did have to kind of restart and timer and stuff. But yeah, not the best level for Critch, but Zoton, if I had to make an educated guess, I'd argue this one's probably just fine.
Yeah, I think Zoton's just like a tournament runner. I don't think he runs much outside of it, as far as I'm aware, at least.
What, last year? No, that's August 2023. SRC's dates are quite bad. I won't lie.
Yeah.
The amount of times you hover over, it's like, oh, 1 year ago, 2023. It's like me. Everything happened was last year. It's just
Yeah.
no. The time has happened. But yeah, Zoton PB'd 1 year ago. It could be
Yeah.
an old submitted run.
Might be during
you
the
know,
tournament, maybe? I don't know.
May have been during the tournament. Sub 140.
Nice.
Which was seemingly a triumphant goal, and I suppose
Sub
it'd be
140 get kind of
interesting-
slept on now.
Yeah, it does. It is a big milestone, right? Like, a lot of runners can get really deep in the doldrums of trying to grind out that next milestone. But then even at this point, sub 130 kind of... I definitely think it's coming back in terms of a goal. Like, I do think it's getting a bit more importance again.
Mm.
But somehow a lot of runners are doing it in, like, criminally, like, fast times.
Yeah. You just sort of skim over sub 140, get like a 138, and then by the time you catch up again, they're at like sub 130, and you're like, oh, what happened?
Okay, so Tom getting the wasp, Critch pausing for the wasp, and I don't remember if they got it. So.
I don't mean toot my own horn, but the last set of people to get sub 140 when it was sort of like when people were sort of really paying attention to it was like me, Ty, Sparrow, and who else was it? There was someone else as well. I forget who it was. But yeah, there were a few of us.
Yeah.
And then sub 140 seemed to die for a few years.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, in my brain, the sub 140 of when I got my first sub 140, which I got the tightest possible sub 140 you can. I think it was a Critch is almost going up dirt jump on his back. Will Zoton go for dirt jump? Looking like it's trying to angle it, but no, it's not enough boost. Yeah, my sub 140 was a 139.59.93.
That is, yeah.
So
a couple of milliseconds off the tightest you can get.
couple of milliseconds off of a flat 140. That was fun. That was to make everybody feel old. That was oh boy.
Shout out Lexi for coaching you to the sub 140.
That was 5 years ago in 2019.
Yeah.
Oh. It's been a long time between drinks for that. Good lord. I'm about to have an existential crisis over that being 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Where's all the time gone, Sid?
If you told you back then that you had sub 130 now, they probably wouldn't have believed you.
I'll be mortified. What, took you that long? Oh. Just the simple advice is play the game more than once for about 3 weeks every month, and then you stop because you don't PB. Just play for that 4th week. Just play for that 4th week. See, it sounds like the gambler's fallacy, where it's like, he didn't stop and he didn't hit the jackpot. It's like, well, maybe maybe that's not proper advice. Zoton might get busted here, and
Oh yeah.
Busted.
Wait, where was the car? He just got
and
busted
he's
from
1 hit away from death, from what it looks like as well. So
you go for safe reset. Yeah.
yeah, respect
blame him.
reset. I mean, the other is just a fail condition, so
Yeah.
there is no. Oh yeah, Critch's controller. Let's
Yeah.
just pour out a drink for Critch's controller. It's definitely having some problems.
Start a GoFundMe.
I suppose if we take a look towards the actual seeding times, Critch got a 1:34.06.
Yeah.
which is what 12 minutes worse than his, well, like 11, 12 minutes worse than his actual PB.
Yeah.
Well, Zoton got a 142, so in comparison to this, Zoton is playing more towards their time.
Yeah, like that time, like Critch's team time is not really representative of like what he can do. It's just 'cause he's rusty, as like quite a bit rusty.
I mean, he said it during his after his first race where he went. You feel at a point you feel like you're getting better, and you feel like you have those moments where you feel like you used to play, but then the rest of it just kind of crumbles around.
Yeah.
It's those moments of brilliance, but without fully kind of taking all the rust off. It doesn't feel or look the same.
So what times did he get in previous races?
In his previous race, he got a 1:29.32. So
You're sub 130,
sub
so
130 is still pretty big.
yeah.
I doubt they would have been too pleased with it, but
No.
I mean, as someone who doesn't really get the time to do the runs these days, you can. I mean, a sub 130 is still a pretty good achievement in my eyes.
Yep. Whereas, I'm trying to see if I can. Is Zoton? Zoton's done? Has he done a race before this?
I think
Don't
this might
know if he
be
has.
No, yes, he did one against Tyler on the 8th, so on
Oh, yeah.
the third day of the tourney.
Yeah.
Got a 1:45 flat.
I do like a
So-
flat time.
Yeah, round numbers quite nice. No one ever really gets a flat number.
No.
Tyler in the chat touting their victories. Who lose to? Me. So I'm getting a cool little explosion. But the police also being on their tail. They zigged when they should have zagged.
This is going to be maybe a bust. I don't know. Maybe not. Traffic?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, double bar.
Damn. That's rough.
Now, not to...
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Apu's out for blood.
my God. Okay, looks should be able to escape him though, so it could have gotten a lot worse, in my opinion. But 100 coins down. I mean, I do need to go back to the Being versus Worm race and figure out whether Being got busted 3 or 4 times. But anytime there's a potential like. I don't know what the record is, and I'm just angling for the record without doing any of the due diligence to actually find the stat. But...
Yeah, well, stats are
vibes-based stats.
Yeah. Stats of people like Lambton and Ty. So
true.
Despite the tism, I'm not a stats man.
No, not a man of numbers, unfortunately. Neither am I. I have other particularly uninteresting. Some people are academics, some people are not. I suppose if we just look at Zoton's coins here, doing a,
he can make these up.
He can make these up, but you're gonna have to do a bit of like a botch job of getting everything just to even sniff what a normal coin route would be. But it's it's not implausible. I mean, who was it? It was Townsend during the race with Ty where he bought Classy in Mard, and still did spend a little bit. Probably did spend like 30 seconds to a minute just getting coins, but still, like, it's not that big of a deal if you have really bad coins. If you're on a PB pace, sure, but...
Whereas Critch is like knocking on the door of 800 coins.
Yeah.
The controller's really freaking out.
Yeah, Zoton did not get the construction box, which would have helped, but also, I don't know, that box is just hard to get, honestly. If you're on any... bouncing over the box. Are they going to get the Wasp? No.
No?
On any sort of FPS other than 60, it's just horrendous.
Can be a bit difficult, yeah.
Not getting this Wasp either.
Yeah,
I
I personally would have gone
respect the
for.
desire to go fast, but
I would have personally gone for at least one of those wasps, but
yes. I mean, 600. You know, with another wasp here, it should it's not too far gone.
right.
Critch wanting to destroy it on the third or fourth time, but not quite enough damage. And the
Oh,
funny
says
green
no.
hole's in the way. Oh, coins? No, no coins for you. Oh, traffic. Average sellouts, funny green pole.
Yeah.
Oh. This. Oh no.
Taxi, bro.
Another taxi in the way. Good
We
hit,
got
but not enough.
we got the pole and
Oh,
traffic combo. What is
How does
going
that
on?
work?
Okay, is he gonna hit?
Critch-
Yeah. Okay.
Critch takes it down with his hole.
Definitely a sellout.
Yeah, this is one of the sellouts of all time for sure. And honestly, a 610 for everything that happens, that's a steal.
That's right.
That's an
Yeah.
absolute steal. Oh, hey, and the fire engine jump. Car taking some damage. Car bomb. Delicious.
Critch hungry for the
Zoton.
coins.
Looking... Could have had a good second car there, but... Didn't work out. Trying to strat him still. A lot of damage, but... Oh,
Taxi.
helping Zoton.
Come on, one
That
more
actually
clean
is
hit.
not-
There we go.
another one straight to the hole.
Yep. It is nice with third car light. It's always a little bit damaged usually. I don't know quite what it hits, but
See, if Zoton could have matured any of these hits into just into a wall, this sellouts would actually be really strong.
yeah.
A lot of really good damage. Oh, looking to strat him here. No, just about avoids the wall again. I mean, I suppose it could be a 120 thing, perhaps. You know, we do kind of say that the lower FPS you go on, maybe the cars get a little bit weightier. So,
It's okay.
just saying, not terrible sellouts. You know, neither going to be particularly proud of them, but I mean, sellouts is a very brutal mission, especially if you're not like a very. I mean, most active runners struggle to like have a competitive sellouts half the time. So
Relatable. Yeah, like the last time I saw 120, it like looked really different to when I ran it. It looked like more sort of bouncy.
yeah, true. It is weird when you get to your slight like. It's that sample size, right? Where you see like one run and you're like, I know mine did not feel like this.
No. My 120 was quite flat, I'll be honest.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just that sample size. Like one looks really good, but you know, more than one, you do start to see that it probably is a little bit. You know, if you do like a more bouncy style, it's not really fitting to it.
Yeah. Critch's coins are absolutely impeccable.
Yeah, it's not really missed a lot of things. Hard to believe there'll be a 3-2 boat jump, but
Yeah, no.
no. Got excited for a second. Get someone who believes in you as much as I believe in Malibu boat jump. Even in recent history, Malibu boat jump's more forgiving than level 6 boat jump. So it's a weird state of being.
Yeah.
But yeah, Millhouse is getting fully wrecked here.
But hey, didn't fall down.
A car to the face. 2 kicks afterwards. He's the Critch, he's already dead.
Traffic. Ooh, right, handled. It's all good.
Oh, no, yes. Yeah. No.
This is different. No, he's spinning around.
He just sandwiches him a little bit more deeper in, it should be fine. Just a bit, you know, it's slightly, like, marginally slower.
Yep.
But, you know, it's quite hard for him to get out. And even if he does, please no. Oh, backwards.
Nice, okay.
Why is Critch doing everything backwards? Who knew the back of your car was such prime real estate for drops or hits? I think for the trajectory of the run, though, this is kind of going as, you know, all the stats and logic would suggest. Critch having a 25.10 bar exit, Zoton having a 27.33. Good choice to get the crusty Lou coins.
Yeah, Zoton probably needed them. Especially as, like, Malibu boat jump will not work on 120, probably. At least it's very unlikely to.
I mean, we say that, but we did see a 46 boat jump, like on.
It wasn't a school bus. Yeah.
With the school bus yesterday. That was insane. That was insane. Only CTD could do that.
Yeah.
Then only CTD could run on 46 as well. So
True.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Just to give you an idea, Critch, when he was playing sort of at PB level, was getting 2301 bar ones. So.
Wow. Right, Zoton getting a good hit on him. Traffic maybe slightly in the way. There's a car as well. But if you just get him in that thread the needle, this is, yeah, fair enough. Probably the smart choice to call it quits and just restart the mission. You don't even lose that much time.
No.
This one looks better though. All the traffic's gone, and just needs to stay active with these hits. And there we are. Bonfire has been handled.
Yeah, sideways is alright. Sometimes it'll reverse a bit too much, but.
I mean, it's kind of like it's like a less dangerous donut fire.
Yep.
Because there's no house to get in your way. Oh, Critch not having the best second car. Got everything is a car and not a truck to me. These are all like just alien cars. I don't even know what they are. Sedans?
Yeah, something like that. The car is called the Chase Sedan, so there you go.
Yeah, the old Chase Sedan. I mean, I'm hardly checking its license plate, so I'm sure people can. Sure people can fill in the blanks.
To be fair, if you've not run Hundo, then you know you've probably never even used it.
Yeah. I will say one funny little minor thing that we're gonna see, and it's one of those things where if it happens to you, it's frustrating. But if you see it happening to someone else, I think it's just a very British sensibility. But seeing Critch's controller absolutely freak out is actually really funny. Sorry, Critch.
To be fair, I would probably. I don't know whether like the controller's doing it on its own or whether like you could just use the keyboard and be fine. I don't know. It might just be doing it on its own.
Bloody Zoton's cleared up, gets both Wasp and Krusty and Camp Krusty and the box. That's very delicious. Right, Critch going forward.
Come on, siren run it.
The initial siren. Oh, wow.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't know if he did siren run it, but if he did, then that's proof it works.
Maybe that sports car owed maybe Snake owed that sports car a favor with how quickly it dropped it. Zoton getting a decent first car. It's kind of, I mean, I don't know. The first one's always kind of, as long as it doesn't get past this point, it's kind of, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
the second or the third that becomes a whole lot bigger of a problem.
Yeah, it's going in the right direction anyway, isn't it? So.
Will Critch get the freebie? No.
Some call that Critch Wasp.
True.
Well, if it's in Lisa, it's called Lightheart Wasp. In Part 2,
hello.
it's called Critch Wasp.
Oh my god, the chase sedan's just committing seppuku. It's just doing itself in. I'm not sure if it's the shame or the guilt, but it did most of its damage to itself.
It's like, fine, I'll blow myself up.
I appreciate your effort. It's not gonna go unthanked. Critch is belting out a melody with the Lisa horn. The Malibu Stacy horn.
This game's like a melody in my head.
Some would say Lisa's like a horn.
It's
Just
just pretty
how
loud.
they are. Yeah. Oh, Zoton getting some pretty... Oh, the 5 Vend. Yeah. That's the Aqua Vend right there.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I actually had to teach you about that.
Yeah, because if you hit an object into the Vend, it will only give you 5 coins as opposed to the normal amount. Right, Critch setting up for phone booth limo. Going quite finicky, but then Critch did make the
Zoton.
guide for this game.
Oh.
Okay, is it a bit far over? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Zoton failed slewing.
Oh.
He dropped on the bridge, he sort of flew past the drop and couldn't get back to it in time.
Yeah. It's once again the uneventful mission strikes.
Yep.
Oh god, and
Restart.
issues are just going against it. Critch's controller's gone sentient.
Oh, now the limo's got super speed.
Yep. Alright, let's guide it in. It still looks a bit far over for my liking.
No.
Oh, my god, this controller's so cheap.
Good lord.
Unreal. Maybe it's time to just start using the keyboard for menuing.
Yeah. I don't know, it might be doing it on its own. I don't know whether it's just freaking out.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
you know, if a controller is a bit drift, it can just do it by itself.
Okay, that one looks a bit better.
Yeah, this one looks good. This one should be fine.
Yeah, there we go.
See, hey, nice. Thank you, Ticker. Right, I'm not sure what broke the title, but it was not changing.
Yeah, it was broken yesterday as well.
Ah, fair enough. I took my my 1-day hiatus. I think I didn't do anything yesterday. Yeah.
I did a restream yesterday, but you know that's pretty easy. You just sit there and make sure it doesn't die.
It is great. I mean, obviously there are restreamers who do more than we do.
Yes, yes.
You know, with exit times, but you know that's why am I bringing attention to it?
Hey, that's all right. I added the single runner layout, and that's you know that's my effort.
That's you pushing the boat out.
Yeah. I did cut my grass, yes.
That's insane. I mean, honestly, restreaming. I respect restreamers, but it also, in the same way, there is something quite satisfying about realizing that you just have to sit there and babysit the stream.
Yeah.
like I'm not saying, if I wasn't me, I'm not saying I definitely did just zone out and was just doing anything else, like vaguely keeping one eye on the stream, but also. I mean, you cut your grass, yuck.
I mean, it's only during part 2. Like, I was watching it and listening for like most of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, Critch gets donut fire.
Nice.
Not a new adopter of the kind of newer donut truck strat, which sounds cool but looks terrifying.
don't know how much faster the new one is. It probably is
I
like
don't know.
a couple of seconds because like, you'd have to drive all the way back to work and you can just get out of your car.
Yeah, yeah. Just an optimization for late game runners. Oh, high time runner, whatever. You know, you get it.
Yep. I love how Critch having to like catch the right like thing on the menu.
Yeah, it's definitely. Will Critch get a new controller before the tourney's out? Unlikely. Doesn't Critch only have one more race to do?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a race against Bar on the 15th, so 2 days' time.
Good old Badger.
Yep. I mean, you know. Well, look, I've seen Badger practice some stuff, so theoretically it should be fine. But also, not to name a shame, that's not what I'm doing here. But also, Badger's seeding time was 3 hours and 1 minute. So.
Yeah. Well, I think they. I don't know. I don't think they're taking the game. Yeah. I feel like that scene run was probably done in a VC with like Kane and stuff, and he was probably mucking about.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Zoton looks like he did the old strat where you just guide him in and he destroys itself. It's
the old strat. Oh.
Man alive. He's only got one. He's only got one working knee. Doesn't he have a peg leg?
I don't know. Can't tell.
I don't know. Leg inspection. But yeah, it's one of those things where you think that was the original strat, then you look at phone booth limo, and it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
That's shame.
How far have we come?
Oh, my bad. My bad. Another show that peaked about 20 years ago and has not been good since.
Well, Simpsons just trying to copy Family Guy. So you may as well just watch Family Guy.
Whoa. I think I was going for a relatively controversial, well, not even controversial. I think that's the common take, but Sid just douses fuel to the fire.
Yep. And I've been told some modern Simpsons are alright.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a simple case of most people watch like animated shows, typically just watching anime now, so. Weebs out.
No comment.
Right, so Tom, just gonna line all up. I'm gonna lovingly call this the Momo baby van strat, which I still don't understand and will always criticize. But
Momo's a different creature.
They have a better time than me, so.
What's that anime you were watching that had like a ridiculously long name?
I don't know.
Was it the girlfriends who really love you or something?
Yeah. Ousting me to have watched anime.
Yep.
How dare you?
Shamed.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
If you come here for anime suggestions, there you go.
I do not have any. Right, so Zoton getting donut fight. Well, not donut fight, in donut truck here. Not the best, but ultimately, I mean, you get what you can.
Take the W's.
Like, I'd argue that donut trucks is one of the. If it goes wrong, it typically goes really wrong.
That's like a lot of missions in the show, to be fair. There's some of them are easier to save than others, to be fair. Like, sometimes Donut Truck is just on a mission, just barge past you and just not give you anything.
Yeah.
And we saw that with, was it Towson, I think, the other day? Donut Truck got to, like, the gas station.
I think it also happened during yours and Turney's race, I think.
It might have done, yeah.
I think you both had a pretty questionable donut truck.
I think Turney's might have gone to the tunnel when I had to, like the backup thing.
Really interesting that Zoton went for early in May, which I don't know. It comes and goes out of fashion. To be
Yeah.
honest.
At the moment, I think it's very
remember
much in fashion.
I remember years ago. Oh, it's tore the menu in for Critch.
Oh,
I
oh.
remember years ago how it's like, oh, you know, get early in, mate. It's really good. And then it's like, it's slow. We don't do that. oh, no, it's back. It's fast again. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I gave up keeping up and just do one.
Look, I just do what I'm told, right? I just do what I'm told. Was interesting as well. The exit times for Lisa. 37:05.
41.
41. Is that 21?
Yep. So what's that, like 3 and a bit minutes?
Yeah, it's
I did fast moving, so like.
It's not even 4. Yeah, 4:16. 4 minutes 16 in between, roughly. I say roughly. I said the exact number. Also, Tyler correcting me with Seamus from Family Guy. I'm typecasting all my pirates. Yeah. Yeah, I apologize for my misdoings. Alright, Critch on Wolves. About halfway through. A decently high hit and run meter, but also doesn't really have to worry about the fail condition.
And he's got coins for days.
True. A little hydration check for you.
I've run out of drink.
Alright, it's one final box to collect, and the drop is very generous. 900 coins before buying police.
That is
The
a
police
lot.
outfit.
Momo would be happy with these coins, I think.
Yeah, you can't really point to any real errors here.
No.
I mean, for some reason, because obviously I'm out the tourney now. I went 3-1.
Yeah.
So I was in a group with 5. I, for some reason, just decided I want to have really good coins so I can give the commentators something to praise me for. Because I just assumed everything else was going to be diabolically bad. And you know what? Say what you want about my runs. My coins were immaculate.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, can't fault you there.
No. Well, Zoton wanting to go for the fast on 120 feels a bit bold, but I don't know. The physics in this game is a bit strange. But as long as we don't get Wheel of Fortunes, we don't have to get worried. Nice.
There we go. See, I thought that like that fast thing was like only on like 200, but I've seen people on low FPS going for it, so I don't know how FPS dependent it actually is.
I think it's just the way that the car like kind of. I think it's a strat in the way. It's just how the car kind of bounces onto the ground because it kind of like. The only way I can describe it is it's like taking one step off a table whilst having your other leg there. Like you kind of just. Now I have done that and split my trousers right down the middle.
Nice.
With a very satisfying rip sound and a chorus of laughter. But
Alright.
that's how I describe. That's how I describe how Cletus Truck gets off that thing.
I don't think Cletus Truck ripped its trousers in the process.
I mean, Cletus has holes everywhere, probably. Let's be honest. He seems like an elbow patch kind of guy. Get some
Yeah.
plaid stitched in. But yeah, point being, I don't know. I think that's just how the just how the boost reacts to it. Really,
Yeah.
less FPS dependent, more just
Skill.
yeah, just the car adjusts. I mean, it's definitely like there is more method to the madness than it used to be. Where it used to be, it just kind of just went, yeah, just go off the ramp fast. Now it's like you slow down and try to like land like diagonally.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a cool little optimization. Oh, so I'm getting span out. Starting wolves now.
Where's Kane to commentate this 4-6?
No 4-6 commentary for.
I can't speak
No.
that fast or think of things to say that quickly.
Well, to be fair, Kane does just say cola a lot.
Yeah.
All I ever really had to 4-6 is I feign that I'm going to do it and just come up with a dumb bit. like saying number 15.
Yeah.
That has to be done. Has to be done.
No one wants feet in their burger. I'll agree. Well,
No.
don't. Wait, move. Let's just move on.
I think Zoton tried to get the Vend, but it just didn't play ball.
Critch got followed by a wasp.
Nice. The Wasp an avid spectator. Some say that there's 36 wasps in the chat. That's what the Speed Simpsons massive is called. We are all little wasp cameras. All right. 4-7. Nah,
Nice.
wow.
Wow, that's nice. Good hit.
It's hard to point out how Critch could have done that better.
I don't think he could have really.
No. Like, you know, some runners have a bit more like wind up into getting him in. That was very quick.
Yeah. This is the 122 runner in Critch coming out.
Yeah, like you said in the post match, moments of brilliance.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're back. Well, they get the coins though.
Ooh.
Ooh, nope.
1 coin.
Mini grind.
Didn't even get the card. What's the point?
No. Not getting quite a big. Like, oh wow, okay.
Oh. Meaty hits right here.
Yeah, decent coins as well. That's Zoton's on crap circles. Shrando says GL to all runners. Notice how they didn't say good luck to the commentators or the restreamers.
Yeah.
We see how it is. I'm calling your number right now. How will Critch's final truck do?
Garbage truck.
Okay, still in the strat though. That's mightily generous. Shrando says, you guys don't need good luck. You're already perfect at handling this. Wow, what a charmer.
Alright, he managed to fix it. It's all good.
I'm blushing, honestly.
He brought it back. That exposed me.
Alright, so Critch looking to get pretty, you know, not too bad of a Marge exit, like a 53.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, we can cross-check what his general Marge exits are in PB. I'd imagine it's more like a 49.
49.50 probably, yeah.
Marge exit. Yeah, what he generally expected, because Critch was one of those runners who had put the general time they want to get in their like splits.
Yeah.
So they would be expecting to get like a 48.50.
Yeah.
And in PB they got a 48.33. So
Nice.
about what, like 4 or 5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
But I mean, what much can you really? What much can you really ask for?
Generally, yeah, that's pretty good cover trucks. Like
Oh
first
yeah,
and second truck.
I think it's even quite ambitious,
Yeah.
especially with that garbage truck at the end, which got in the way.
Cover trucks are good at doing that.
Yeah, they really are. Look, I've never seen a garbage truck operate at night. It always happens in the morning.
Yep.
I'm noticing things.
Also shows you actually went outside and looked outside.
It's true.
My giant gut is slowing me down. Move it, Cracker. This is just between me and
Look,
you.
nothing's more antisocial than me going out to a cafe to get full English and not talking to anyone except the person who takes my order.
The smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot
What did also pick up a bottle of milk? Huh? Just getting the errands. Annoyingly, all they had in was like the really small, like 2-pinters, which just go
Alright.
in, they evaporate as quick
Yeah.
as ever.
Like 2 or 3 cups of tea's done.
It's gone.
I can see my house from here.
I know people who drink milk just out of the carton, just as like a.
Do they live with other people?
Well, no, I mean, they just buy it to just drink, just like how you would like a bottle of Coke, they would buy a bottle of like small bottle of milk.
Oh, fair enough. It is delicious. Drink milk straight. Drink milk neat.
Yep.
Oh, Zoton getting a good first bit of damage. You know, kind of the strat, but wasn't in the position to capitalize on it. But so we're gonna see an attempt at the head strat.
He wasn't quite. Oh, okay. So he wasn't quite in the right position to get it, but he did some damage. So
I like the approach where Zoton's they're kind of like setting traps.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, they've hit the bush. Now let's adjust and be ready to take another hit.
that's kind of my approach with sellouts. It's like sort of luring them into
Yeah,
walls and stuff.
I mean, it was interesting when you were racing Amber, where it was obviously 2 different ways to do sellouts, where you will go for the big hit and then you try to drive them into a wall, whereas some other runners will just try and demolish
Keep
them. in
ramming
3
them.
hits.
Yeah.
Zoton gets the coins. That's nice. I think their coin issues are kind of fixed at this point.
Yeah. They got 708, so they're good now, pretty much. They can get the Crossy Burger, and yeah, that's all they need, really.
Looking to guide them into the. That's looking good. He should flatten out, and boom, there we are. Any tips for a torn quad? LP3, what have you done? what have you done to yourself?
I thought LP3 is asking Speed Simpsons commentators rather than going to a physio.
Hello, everyone coming in. Welcome.
Medical advice.
Still a pretty enjoyable race between Critch and Zoton. I don't think Zoton's had that much, like... I don't think Zoton's been playing too bad,
No.
to be honest.
I just had the sleuthing foul, it's just a bit unfortunate, really. Like,
yeah, it's just unfortunate, but, like, high-level runners have done that and struggled, so... Like,
Aqua, please give someone else a go at the comms. You're holding the spot. Are you volunteering eventual? I suspect probably not.
You can up in if you want, mate. Look, I gently stumble back home with a full English in the belly. to be here. I would have spent the next hour just thinking about my life and what went wrong.
This is not good for my insurance. Oh, no. Good karma.
Hit and run. We can hope that this doesn't come into effect. Because 810 coins heading into our poo is really, really good. Oh, this crashed into a wall.
Canyon arrow.
Good thing the cop car's not really spawned in the way. This could... Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
It's not that bad.
Mm,
Really isn't that
yeah.
bad, but...
Like, his coins are fine anyway, but yeah, that's unfortunate. The wrong police car rammed him.
Yeah, unfortunate. But I mean, that's what, like a 58? Not
Yeah.
58, like 59 Apu exit. I mean,
Large exit.
let me just get... yeah, Marge exit, rather. Let me just get into the sheets. 57... 5737 Marge exit. My god. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought it was I read it as a 47 and got really excited. I was like, holy, wow, god damn, what happened?
So I think 47 is like what Homer still like.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so what? 57. I mean, you know, once our fabulous restreamer gets the level exit
Yeah.
times, we can, not to add more food to their plate, but
Also, I just know Zoton did get stairs there, so it's not just me.
yeah, but you just watch every stairs with like a vested interest. Come on, please. Please, it's not
Well, I
just me.
didn't until you mentioned it. Now I realised, actually, yeah, you're right. I do get stairs every single run.
Yeah. Like, I'd love to say it's not true.
Yeah, no one has ever suggested how I can not get stairs.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll have to deconstruct it frame by frame. Still, obviously they did get they did get the town hall box, but still, Zoton is, you know, coins. Despite getting busted 3 times, it's really not been a problem. So a lot of great resolve to keep them on track. And Critch did get jump zone. Oh.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
A little bit scary.
Yeah, smart choice to just warp there. You know, minor. Oh, 3 coins. Yeah. You know how I work. I love the 3 coins in 5-1.
Oh, Zoton, don't get. Please.
Oh.
Don't do a being.
Sorry, that was the most gentle garbage truck I've ever seen in my life.
I did notice.
He just gently nudged him and then went to where he should have.
He's like, all right, sorry, I'll just go where you want me to. Now.
A love tap, if you will. Just
Yep.
absurd. Critch has gotten a lot of love from cars, you know. They do explode at the sight of him. An envious position to be in.
Yep.
Another one.
Oh, Quimby truck.
Oh, hit and run though. I've got to say, Critch has probably got like a good 30, 40 coins from just explosions here.
Yeah. Oh.
Will it all be taken away?
I was gonna say, if he could just go on top of monorail, he'd probably been alright. Although I don't know if he does like the jump onto it thing.
I mean, they did get jump zone, but I mean, if I was the police, I would roll Critch as a public nuisance. a lot of cars fell at the sight of him. So, all right, Zoton getting late American.
I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, I've not seen it in ages, but
This is another strat where, like, at one point it was faster, then it was slower, and now
Yeah.
I think early Americans like the. Well, I do
think
early American, and that's like the
American's the norm, I
that's
believe.
like the norm. I didn't want to take what I do for granted as the norm because not the case for everything.
True. Right, there's wasp.
Moment
isn't
self-doubt.
looking- Does get the wasp. Nice. There we are. An easy cleanup of all the coins.
Yep. I'm definitely not the norm though.
Oh, Zoton not resetting his car, just reversing out. Always fun to see. No wasp, I don't think.
No. Oh.
And gets the boxes. And a wasp. Okay, yeah. I assume they're gonna talk to Hibbert and then get Carbot for Homer.
Yep. Are they gonna start Baby Van? I was gonna say restart the mission, I don't know.
It looks like a restart mission to me.
This is not good for my insurance.
Alright, restart mission in Baby Van. Some prefer it.
Yeah, it's pretty. You probably got a better chance at a strat than going for like the parking lot.
Yeah, I think it's a choice. I mean, I say that. I mean, we relatively hail the kind of NG plus Baby Van strat as gospel, but it's you know we talk about consistency, but you know the Baby Van sometimes it will just reverse out regardless. Like
Yeah.
it's you know it just some days it gives you the stink eye, other days it just politely offers itself away.
Jiminy crickets.
Honestly, decent Baby Van. Like, didn't get too caught up, didn't start spinning around in circles.
Hurry up or my arranged bride
Already got
will
all the
get
coins, so
You should not have my friend.
That's an in between Baby Van.
yeah. Not ecstatic about it, but
I am the victim of chicanery most.
Alright, armored truck for Critch.
I don't mean to beat the same old drum, but 200 FPS always has to be measured about armored truck.
Yep.
If you're unawares, which if you've listened to any of my commentaries, you've heard this 10 times already. On 200 FPS, it is more prone to getting stuck. Where usually on lower FPS, it is kind of content to destroy itself. Sometimes it just gets stuck in a wall or gets stuck like where it needs to be, but just not quite. Like, it's quite finicky, honestly. It's kind of when you start running the game, it's quite hard to deal with. Oh, this Critch isn't a
Critch. There we go.
But like at early stage, it's really just hard to get the strat down because it feels like very heavy and hard to push. But you know, on 200, it really is starting to bite runners by getting stuck. That
I didn't see it well enough. I think it might go under the staircase a bit.
it's kind of a. I mean, Critch is the coins to be able to just babysit it. No, they're just gonna go. That's
All right, fair enough.
I mean, even like higher and more consistent runners, at this point, you do tend to just babysit the van a bit more because it's just not worth the risk of it pulling out at the end. Or Zoton wanting the coins. But
Yeah, like
was not there.
also just like you can't get away pushing him like a little bit late on 200. Like you have to have pretty much a perfect push. There's been a few times where I thought, hey, if I was on 150, that push would have worked, but on 200, he's like, nope. You know, I didn't see Critch's like van in there enough to really know if it was going to get stuck. I thought it looked like it went under the stairs, but obviously it didn't.
I don't know. I think it's just the 200 FPS like question that makes me never really feel like armored truck is a guarantee anymore.
Yeah.
Nice try, foolish driver.
Yeah. So
Armored
as
truck,
Critch-
the mission of self-doubt.
exactly. As Critch finishes armored truck, Zoton starts Never Trust a Snake. So it's still within distance.
Smell of fresh
Yeah.
air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine. Come to
I think Zoton is giving quite a good account of themselves.
Shiva smiles on such behavior.
It's time for some road rage. Bart Simpson style.
Alright, Critch stuck on the vents, stuck on the gazebo. A finicky old strat going for fast curator. lines up, gets a good hit, doesn't move, unfortunately. I think the timing's just a little off on the hit. But
Yeah.
backups looks guaranteed. Nice.
I think Curator's are sort of a field-based strat, really.
Yeah. Like,
At least
It's
the
just-
fast one is.
yeah, there's not a lot of like room either. There's not a lot of room to kind of give or take.
Yeah.
It is very instant as to whether you felt like a good hit or not. But I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, like it's very fast when it works.
I mean, even like much like higher level runners than you and me kind of will talk about how Curator takes a lot of getting used to.
Yeah.
I remember this being here before.
Zoton opting for all the coins, which I respect it. I mean, they were slightly down after the bust, so going for the elbow drop. Have you ever been hit with an elbow drop?
Luckily, no.
Yeah, avoided it. Look, the elbow's sharp and pointy. I wouldn't want to get struck with one.
Why not?
That'll stick in.
Yeah.
Get you in the ribs. Boom. Marilyn Manson. That's a deep cut.
Critch, I imagine, has alright coins.
Hey, Kearney.
Oh yeah, they had enough coins entering Apu.
Yeah.
That gazebo box really helped put it over the edge.
Barney. Fine by me.
Oh my god, what was that?
And me hitting the microphone by accident. And my mic
That
arm
was-
freaking out.
That was you hitting an elbow drop on your table.
Yeah.
Inspired by Apu. I do wonder how Zoton feels about Armored Truck. It's a finicky mission at the best of times.
It is.
Let's have a look at the PB to see if
I didn't actually see, did he... Oh, well, actually, no, he's not. Okay, never mind. I was
He's
going to say, he
not
hasn't
done
actually
it yet.
started it yet. I saw him driving back in first person. I was like, wait, has he done it? Or was he finishing... No, he's finishing Never Trust Snake. There we go.
I mean, in PB secured it. You know, got the wasps, which is the right approach. I think I elbow dropped the snow once. I remember doing that. I remember filming some videos where I was elbow dropping the snow. It's hard to make it look convincing,
Yeah.
rather than just flailing about the place.
As you do.
That's bought. Sorry.
Bought.
No problemo.
Oh, so I'm getting followed.
Yep. Probably didn't go deep enough for.
Yeah, he sort of didn't stick to the
Okay.
wall quite enough. But
But
that works.
this is always the backup. So
Yeah.
shouldn't be having any real issues here unless the police car is a big brain. All right, no looking back. Oh, they spawned a car. Yeah,
No.
they made their own bed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's just the timing of when to flick back. I feel like even like higher runners can kind of be a little bit too panicky about it. So
Yeah, generally flicking back there isn't something I do.
yeah, it was a bit late, and also they are. I mean, like I said, the backup is a different set of skills, but on 120, can you even get the wrench in the middle of the highway?
I don't know.
Because I think that's their plan, but I don't know. I don't know. This one's always a bit finicky.
I've seen people do it, but I don't know if you can do it on 120. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
can.
Oh, nice. There we are. Never mind. Here is me eating my words.
Time to rock.
I think back to standard procedure though. The right move. It's you can take like large hits on it, but ultimately the best way to do this is just to guide it into the wall.
Yeah.
Let it be its own worst enemy. That's a good
Chip it.
bit of damage.
Chip away at it.
Yeah. Occasionally when I think of the strat, I do think of the what was it? It was Shah tweaked, right? Where they just made it infinite. Where they made all the missions infinitely harder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just crazy. They made Armor Truck brutal.
I know where Shard tweaked off. I don't know. It might. Maybe it's. There's a few hard mods that have gone around.
Yeah, true.
Frank Grimes is like the one to be known for like the most brutal, but
Yeah.
I ain't going through the car wash. I respect it. It's fairly safe.
Yeah, it's just a safe way to kind of mess with the like AI, and they just don't really know what to do once you go through it. I mean, it's why we do 2-1 through the car wash, so Skinner kind of also freaks out about it. All right, curator time. We've seen some disaster classes in curator, but we've also seen some absolute beauties. Which one will Zoton's be?
I wonder if Zoton might just go straight for the backup. I don't know.
I'd imagine so.
Because he's sort of a bit more of an old school runner, although he did like early inmate, so there's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, true. Just a gazebo box as well. Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Just straight for the backup.
He didn't really have a choice there because he triggered it in the gazebo.
Yeah. Alright, no traffic in the way. Nice. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, there's oh, nice
Oh,
car bomb though.
yeah, a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I think this is handled. I think this
done.
is yeah.
Nice.
That's a decent backup. Somehow the car blended in.
Critch.
Somehow the car blended in. So I'm like, oh wow, what a hit! No,
Yeah. Right.
no, siree.
No, sir.
All right, Critch got Duff Trucks now into FMJ. I somewhat brand this mission as old reliable, personally. I think it's I don't know. It's so quick. It's so and if it works, it's so painless. And yeah, exactly.
Only gripes I have with it is traffic occasionally, but other than that,
Yeah.
it's basically just like Smithers, isn't it? You just guide a car and like, oh.
Yeah, true. It's just I don't know. Bart 2 is my beloved. And as much as my last race had a pretty terrible one, fundamentally I feel like the more you play, the more consistent it gets.
Yeah.
And like Lisa, which can be a bit heavy on RNG.
Yeah. Part 2's been a lot of people's favourites this year.
Yeah. But
as we've all matured, we've realised that Part 2's actually not too bad.
yeah. I also kind of like the gloomier kind of setting of it.
Yeah.
One thing I've been doing, which is fun, is I've been collecting the 14th kid and then going for the box. And I'm acting like it's faster.
I guess you don't have to reverse them, so maybe it's
Yeah,
fun.
it means you can. I mean, I doubt it makes any difference, but I'm gonna believe it does.
Yeah. That vapor. Can we get some timing on that? You got another comms next. You got me tired.
Yeah, like 7.
Oh, is it? Alright, yeah. I didn't realize it was that far ahead.
I suppose if we do just look at the schedule for the day, though, now's probably a good time for it. We only have 3 races today. obviously the one we're currently watching, Critch v Zoton, in the lower bracket group
A.
A. There we are. Coming up in what, 4.5 hours
Yeah.
at
We got
7 p.m. BST.
upper group D, my buck Vapo, and then sub 120 group Chris and Bacon. So we got all the tiers today.
Yeah, true. A true, something for the whole family. And obviously that's on at 9:30 BST. So, guided through the action. Myself and Axington123 will be on comms, and then Axie's going to do the double shift with House for the sub 120 race between Chris and Bacon Man. So, hell of a group of games today. And I mean, progress through it as well. It's what, race number 38?
Yep.
And it's what, just over a week now, so we truly have been
Smashing
cycling
them out.
through these games, yeah.
There's only about 3 or 4 races that need to be scheduled, basically, and then we're through the group stages.
Yeah, it's been real exciting so far. Oh.
That Bart just T-posing on that thing.
But clipping around the place, Critch gets the pause, is now into Homer 2, as Zoton is in 6-3. But yeah, it's been a great tourney so far. Been some highlights. I feel like you could ask like 5 people what their favorite race was, and I feel like a lot of us would have a different answer for you. So
Yeah.
truly has been some bangers, and more yet to come.
It's probably my favorite tourney so far, probably.
Oh, it's been great.
Also, I played to a reasonable-ish standard, so...
I didn't, but
Well, I think in one of my races I played to a reasonable standard. The other 2, I played alright. But I still managed to fluke a win on 2 of them.
yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
true. I managed to get a win as well, so I'm happy. Tyler says my favorite race is every race Aqua lost. No, it's not, because you have to watch me play the game for about 15 minutes after the other runner finished, so... Just stop lying to yourself.
In fairness, you did get a bit brutal. Like, your first race was against Ty on PB pace.
Yeah, some unfortunate timings, but as is the races, it's worth it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like most runners will feel it, and it's probably because it's my second tourney in 6 years. But you definitely feel like you grow into the races. Like, the more you play, the less stressful it seems. So. Oh, Critch's controller strikes back. All right, now we get to see the out of bounds again.
7-2. Oh, 7-2. Yeah. Yeah, us both of this strat is.
I don't think either of us are qualified to guide you
No.
for 7-2. I mean, it is a cool strat. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It's just finicky. It's very hard
It's
to get
hard.
consistent. Although I'm at the point because, and it's kind of weird. I prefer 7-2 Yeet than 7-6 Yeet, which is a weird state of being.
That is a hot take. 7-6 is arguably easier.
It is arguably easier, but I don't know. I've not gotten the feel for it.
Yeah.
Although finally, in the last race of the tourney, my resets, my beloved, they worked. So
They did work, yeah.
yeah. Right, Critch lining up, getting a good boost.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it gonna? It
Yeah,
looks good.
that's fine.
A big bounce away though. Uh-oh.
Nope. Don't fail. Okay, we're good. Oh, he hit the ball.
That's. Oh, Zoton guides him in.
Duff truck mounting him.
Inside of the duff truck.
Okay.
What? I don't know what pixel's compelling it to stay, but
Backup
that is
strat?
a backup of all backups.
Sure.
That's
Can he get the drops?
still needs one more drop.
Okay.
Some say this last drop's going to be a bit of a beast.
Yeah.
No, very nice. Really good backup, honestly. kind of felt deserved for the amount of effort they put into
Yeah.
getting it. So, all right, take number 2 for Critch. 7-2 yeet. Got the yeet well. It's just everything else kind of fell around him.
Yeah. Takes time to get used to invisible walls in 7-2. Like,
Oh, for sure. Like
No, I
when
know
I
it.
started learning it, it took a long time to kind of hit. Where will I blow myself up here?
yeah.
Oh,
No, that's fine again. Oh, no, it's not.
Lloyd.
That looked
Yeah, that's a
very similar to
decent.
what happened before, so...
I mean, it's a thing of margins with 7-2.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy that strat exists because it is quite cool, but also it can be. It's very, in its own right. Unlike 7-3, you got a lot of damage, but he did get stuck on the wall. In its own right, it's very hard, but also you get instant, like you instantly know if you got it like right or not.
Yeah.
So there's no questions, but with 7-3 it kind of, especially on 200, you just hope and pray that it actually works. Oh, this is looking angled, is looking good. This might
Quite
just go
good.
right up.
No,
Might have to
because
do
the
some
roof
adjustments
exists.
though. Okay, Critch is managing
Slowly
this.
getting out. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's good. Nice. All right, very clean 7-3. And Zoton is finally destroying
There we go.
the car. There we are. Gets a vend as well for his troubles. Don't know if he already got it, but
Yeah, there's a lot more like question marks with 7-3 when it doesn't work. A lot more sort of room for like questioning it, like, you know, it's sometimes seemingly just falls down for no reason, or you like get stuck on something. It's just
yeah, and like despite 7-3 being around for longer, it still feels like we know less about how it works than 7-2. So
Yeah.
it is a very weird one, honestly. All right, Critch not going for zombie car, going for the 7Es into the traffic car out of bound. I respect it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't actually no. Actually, no. Yeah, no, you can still go for zombie car, but you'd have to.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see. Oh, wait, no, obviously they didn't need to respawn the power plant in because they
No.
did normal 7-3. One thing I will say, in my eyes, 7-3 is relatively coming back, just because of how finicky a lot of runners do find 7-2. But I do think a lot of people are typically because, and a lot of us have started to really get 7-2 in these runs now. I think a lot of us are at finally like finding out the secret source to 7-2 on 200, or 7-3 on 200 rather. I mean, it could just be me.
Yeah, I haven't. I typically my approach with 7-3 on 200 is that it's probably not going to work, but if it does, it'll be a nice surprise.
Like, definitely starting to feel a bit more comfortable about it in the end. Started to hate it a little bit less, even if it is inherently more finicky. So. Alright, Zoton's coins are not great, but they're yet to have Krusty Lou.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like they'll go for boat jump. So.
They might do it in 6-7, maybe.
I don't know. To me, boat jump on 6. Like, obviously, the 70 sports car is good for it.
Yeah.
But also.
It's arguably better than Globex for it.
Yeah, but it also can get a little bit tight on time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I failed I failed it in my first race because I went for 70s boat jump, and the car just sped right through me. It was like a picture finish where we both crossed the line at the same time, and I lost, which, you know, fair enough. Oh, Spooky Greg.
Your boy, Spooky Greg.
Back at it again with another
Waste delivery. Will he? Which delivery company will he be?
Hopefully not Parcel Force.
Hopefully you'll do an Amazon Prime. You know, next day delivery.
True. Right there when you need it.
This is looking more like Every to me.
Yeah, I don't know why I want to The one thing that's still crazy to me, and this is completely unrelated, it's crazy how in some big cities Amazon Prime does deliver on the same day.
That is still pretty mental.
That's insane. That's insane.
Like next
like
day, it's like
Yeah.
it's still pretty good.
But like same day, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like how, at least if you do it, usually there's a buffer. Speaking of buffer, nice. Zoton gets it.
Okay.
At least there's usually a buffer for you to either forget or justify your decision.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it'll get here the same day. Imagine you're just, I don't know. Imagine you wake up hungover and you're like, oh, I really want like 3 bags of chili heatwave Doritos.
Oh, look what's just arrived.
And then like 3 hours later, they're suddenly on your doorstep, and you're like, I don't know why I did this. But then that's just relatively like small town life for you.
Yeah.
All right, now for the yeet. I'm pretty sure didn't Critch also make a guide for
He did.
jump zone?
Supposedly, he's the expert on this.
True. Just like how I'm the expert on Malibu boat jump. Guide still pending, of course.
Say what? At the moment, Kane's got that crown.
True. All right, gets this lines up with the edge of the crusty glass. As it disappears, you do a turn
Right.
straight into.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
That's. Oh, what? He bounced into the trigger. That's unfortunate.
that is unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, Zoton on 7-1. Honestly, if they do out of bounds, which I am not entirely certain of,
I think they probably will.
this could actually be a run of runs.
I don't know what sort of pace Sotom's on. I mean, I'm guessing he's red, but I don't know by how much.
I mean, I suppose looking at their run, it does look like it's an inbounds.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if they go for out of bounds of free PB, even if they just get like 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, true. But yeah, 120. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like inbounds are slightly coming back.
Yeah.
Only for like this initial only for now.
Yeah, like it will go. Like obviously, Blue Badge got his inbound sub 130, which I'm quite envious of. Oh no, Critch.
And didn't Blue Badge now get a PB with out of bounds in?
Yes, yeah. So
Christ, what are they feeding these kids?
yeah,
They only
I mean, it's
took them
wait a
like
bit.
2 days. All right, this is good for Critch though. He has fully done it.
Yep.
No issues there. Did take him a little bit of time, but I think Critch will definitely be a little bit less satisfied with his runs. Because, the last run he did was a sub 130. This one...
It'd be
you know,
133.
Yeah. Also, super speedy. We've seen a lot of super speedy biting people. Not this time, though. Yeah, surprise OOBs from Zoton. I find it very unlikely, but... You know, what is there to lose?
Yep.
But, also respect. I don't know, the inbounds is charming.
Yeah.
Like, I think, as someone who does... Yeah, no, inbounds. Alright, I respect it. As someone who has done out of bounds 4 years now, inbounds looks easier than it is. Like,
Yeah.
it looks a lot easier than it actually is. And there's a lot of very finicky driving. I mean, you do feel like you're playing it like you're a kid, where you... I don't know about you, but I never realized... I treated this game like there wasn't a brake button, so you can tell there was a lot of issues in level 7 with the driving.
Yeah.
Because unsurprisingly, if you remember that there is a brake button, it is really good.
Yeah, like I've kind of missed inbounds. I don't know. Like outbounds is like really cool. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but an inbound sub 130 happening is
Oh, it's a
pretty
proper
cool.
achievement.
It is quite considering it's only like the third one ever, so
Yeah. And like it's always fun because obviously I planted the narrative seed that just kind of uncalm, just like Sid's like in the past was very proud of his inbound Homer twos, and now everybody remembers. Everybody remembers. It's great.
yeah,
Oh wow!
bit close.
Could have been a very unfortunate waist drop.
Oh. That one's Zoton. There we go.
Rolling it back, throwing it backwards. Oops. poor zombie. A bit of a spin. Zoton's got the zoomies. Alright, and I believe Critch is done. GG.
Yeah,
Credit to Critch. I believe Critch is done. 33.41.
You won't be happy with that at all, but it is a
No.
win, so you know.
Yeah, a win's a win. I mean, Critch will be, what, 2-0 so far?
Yeah.
I mean, the result we typically expect for a runner of Critch's caliber in the lower bracket.
Yeah. Like, most people are expecting him to be in, like, the lower bracket final.
Yeah. I mean, contenders, right? It's, what, Critch and Werb?
Yeah.
Roughly. Those are kind of the two, like, poised for bigger
favourites.
things.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, tournaments are different. You can just be beaten on the day, so... Yeah, true. Tyler can be a contender. Agreed.
Yep.
Badger Bar, surprise tourney victory. We're here for it.
You never know.
Some very nice wall platforming. Got a little sketch
on.
for a second.
There we go.
I think the best bit, for some reason, I believe that, for some reason in my brain, I have really good platforming. And I say that, and I was thinking, I've got really good platforming. Climbing up this.
Yeah.
And then in my last race, I frazzled it and fell off.
Yeah.
For like a split second before I fell off, I'm like, oh, my platform is
I'm really good at it, though.
sick. I'm really good at art. Yeah. I take it back. But yeah, it's kind of it's been a fun old time because I don't know, it feels like everybody's collectively just started to struggle with the out of bounds at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not nearly been as consistent as one would expect. There's a lot of room for human error.
Yeah.
So it has been quite nice to see a bunch of inbounds in the tournament.
Yeah. The problem I did point out to Blue Badger and Turney is that the fact that if they do inbounds in the tournament, they are pretty much going to lose most races because they're going to lose 2 minutes immediately in Homer 2.
Yeah, it's just it's the
It depends how much you want to stick to the bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can appreciate it, but a lot of these runs have come down to dodgy out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look at Towson and Ty Fuzzle. Like,
Yeah.
Ty had it won 100% of the time, except he
Until-
blew up the waist,
Yeah.
and that meant that Towson somehow swept back in and took the victory. So
After just classy by.
yeah, like
Not
it
so
was
classy by.
insane.
You could argue.
No, it's like I don't know. It is a really cool bit of tech, but there's a definite charm about just kind of just playing it as fast as it should be played, I guess.
Yeah, like if there were more out of bounds in the game, there'd probably be an argument for a board for out of bounds, but at the moment, it's not really worth it. I was like, if we had like multiple in multiple levels, then there might be an argument. But
We're back in
at the
2020
moment-
again.
well, no, back then it was like we should have a board right now.
True.
I'm saying if it became like a sort of game wide thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, even just in like another 1 or 2 levels, but at the moment,
Yeah.
it's not really worth it.
No.
Unfortunately.
It's just, I mean, it's just the issue with the fast development time, right? Where they didn't
Yeah.
really get enough time to finish the game properly. Like, in its own way, Homer 2, it is still relatively satisfying as you are just kind of repeating the same actions.
Yeah.
And like by the time you get to 7-7, after doing it for like the last 4 levels, you are gonna be better than you were. So
Yeah. Some people would argue like the Out of Bound, like time when Out of Bounds got discovered was probably the most exciting time with Shah, probably.
true. And definitely cut down on a lot of the like bad traffic and, like I said, it is a different skill set.
Yeah.
Because the driving in level 7 can still be very finicky, right?
Yeah.
A lot of high speed vehicles, a lot of like very small adjustments, some dodgy pixels here and there, a traffic that spins right into your car, like never happened to us, of course.
You know, I can respect both. A clean Out of Bounds executes away looks very cool, but
Oh, certainly. And in terms of like pushing the game's like time down,
yeah.
definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know what the lowest time inbounds is, what's possible. I don't
know.
I feel like
Imagine-
after like 125 you might start struggling. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
for
sub
sure.
120 is possible if you're like a god. I don't know.
I don't know.
I somehow doubt it for some
I don't-
reason.
I mean, this is all like vibes, but I'd probably like say like a 127, maybe.
That's the lowest. I think that's the lowest time that was gotten inbounds. Or maybe it was 128.
But I mean, the game has progressed dramatically since
Yeah.
everybody was grinding for inbound, so
Yeah. With the other mid-game strats and stuff, maybe
it's kind of like it's kind of
It's
an unknown
interesting.
quantity, really.
interesting to think about, but I don't think anyone's going to grind inbounds that much to actually find out.
I mean, I like the idea of it, but when
Yeah.
you actually get there, it feels a little. It just feels a bit wrong after being a out of boundser for so long.
Yeah. If I had all the time in the world and could, like grind my out of bounds PB down enough and then do inbounds for a bit, I probably would, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just nobody really wants to be the. I would say martyr. Martyr makes it sound like it's a contentious issue these days.
No.
It's definitely not, but
No one wants to be
Yeah.
the guinea pig to find out.
yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to be the guinea pig.
It would be interesting, like some of the like Homer still do inbounds, just see what time he'd get.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's probably a good test of how low it could go.
Yeah, just to know, how possible it is.
I know, I'm biased to inbounds, because that was the only thing I was good at.
Yeah, we've
For
all
a little while.
been there. We've all been there. It's definitely it's just that kind of like rose tinted glasses, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
it's not that much worse, is it? And
It
it
is
cuts
too
out a
bad.
lot of the room for the more finicky strats.
Yeah.
Like I've had times where I've been like, maybe it would be cool to just not do any of it.
Yeah.
But considering I've never actually gone for it since, like
Yeah. I think Turney's trying for inbound sub 130 as well now, so
I mean, it's definitely on the cards for them.
yeah. Like if there's going to be a fourth, Tony will probably be the person.
And some say fifth is Sid 3300.
One day, right, when I can have a run that's not PB paced but can still sub 130 inbounds, I'll do it. But at the moment,
True.
that's not possible.
True.
I will do it one day, but it has to be on a run that's dead for PB. And Zoton?
ooh, lining up for the beam one
In
last time.
Was that 142, 59? 58. There we go.
Nice. GG.
Hello.
Hello.
That's done.
Hello. hello. Yeah. Immediate thoughts on your run?
My run. I mean, I'm not. It's funny how at the beginning when Critch had to reset, I was like, this is going to be slightly unfair, and then he just overtook me straight away.
Your slew
no,
of
no.
was a bit rough.
A pipe dream.
It's fine. Yeah, most of this like, I'm just looking through my splits. Like at the beginning, I'm comparing to PB. It was mostly fine. Obviously, that fail on Slithery Sleuthing
Yeah.
pushed me up, and then Old Pirate in the Sea was a bit because that added another 30 seconds. What else added time? Apparently for a few donuts, which the donut strat. Yeah, I'm surprised I only lost so much time on that, and then next time losses because I changed or I got the clothing.
Oh yeah,
because it went back down in ketchup logic. Where's the next lot? From Outer Space, which is the cola vans, was apparently green. Wow. And incriminating caffeine was like better by like 25 seconds. I have no clue how.
Oh damn. Yeah, honestly, like I think you had a fairly right
Quick
run.
Cash, yeah. Quick Cash is the armored
Armored
truck.
truck,
I'm
yeah.
surprised that was so bad. I don't think my PB must have been good.
Yeah, in your PB you did get armored truck,
Yeah.
so
It's just.
I love how you know this. Is it in a spreadsheet somewhere, or did you watch it?
Oh no, just scrubbing through the runs. Just some scrubbing through.
Yeah, no, it's just
I know what's going on.
The traffic despawn armored truck kind of.
Format of Jackass kind of sucked. Level. So I came into level the last level with plus 314 and left with 342. So I leaked time as well. So it's like I mean I'm not surprised. It's just small time leaks.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
as a question, like how much have you actually like played since like when were you last like active like running this
Last tournament. I've
game?
done one. I did one. I did one. What's the word? The qualification, and then I've done 2 races.
the
That's all
CD.
I've done. I just come
Yeah.
back and I can just knock these runs out. Apparently,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
strange.
fair enough to be within what like 5-6 minutes of PB. Your previous run was a 145. This one a 142. Like it takes credit.
Oh, was the other? I did better this time. That's good. I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
compare,
you
and then I
did beat your
reset my
previous
splits
run.
and forgot.
Yeah,
it
so
makes sense.
it's a pretty big achievement.
Next
You
time,
guys
sub
talking
140.
about? Sorry, what were you going to say?
Next time, sub 140.
Yeah, you guys talking about out of bounds made me think I should probably learn it. So like if I'm on a really good run, I just stick to inbounds.
Yeah.
But if I'm at a case like this where I'm behind the runner or I'm behind in my splits anyway, I can just try it because there's nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Learn something. It's just I've been putting it off.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a bad thing.
You could have
to
gone
do.
for like 7-3, like for a bit, 1 or 2 attempts. If it didn't work, then just go inbounds. But
7-3 is the one where you reverse up, right?
yes,
Yes.
You hit the thing and you reverse up. Yeah.
You're just quite
So
finicky, but
yeah, because you don't need any prior setup. You just do it, right?
no,
So,
yeah,
I can understand how it's just easy to just try it, and if you fail it, just go back.
Yeah.
Critch got 133 to 41. I wasn't sure if Critch wanted to say anything, so I'm not hogging the mic.
Yeah.
No,
Critch is patiently waiting.
No, you're right. No, I have very little to say about my run. Need a new controller. I think menuing.
Yeah.
Probably lost
Yeah.
at least a minute over the course of a run. At least a minute. Yeah. 7-2, 7-6 fails.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So what's the problem? What's the problem with the controller? Just the D-pad and stuff, and the navigating for you.
Yeah. So basically, what it is I'm not sure if this is the correct term, but like, is it stick drift?
Yeah, it looked like stick drift for sure.
Yeah.
So
So-
just menu up and down.
yeah,
So basically, it's like if I slightly push it forward, or like if I
freaks out.
it freaks out.
Yeah.
If I slightly push it down, it freaks out. So it's one of those ones. Like I might have to play
Weird.
around with dead zones, maybe. I don't know if that's the correct term.
Which controller is it?
Oh, it's an Xbox One controller. I've
Ah.
had it for years.
Yeah.
The official one, you mean?
Yeah, the official one.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether like when you try to use keyboard, or it's still freaking out, or whether it's.
I
And
think
that's
it's
just
a case.
stick drift.
I think it's because if I try to use keyboard, like it would still do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like if my last input of my controller is either up or down,
It would just
it would just do it automatically. So I don't think keyboard would help. But
yeah.
It's an
I
issue.
let
of
them play
big
around with dead
stick
zones and then go from there, sort of thing. And if it is still causing an issue, it has to be a new controller time. I mean, it's due a new controller. I think this one I bought in 2020. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, nothing more to say about that run. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those runs. You know, it's just it happens. You know, it could have been sub 130, but it wasn't meant to be. So.
Like you definitely had moments where like you can tell like you like a 122 like your first and second color truck were like really good.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole color trucks was pretty great. Even a
Yeah.
very forgiving garbage truck it still got stratted in the end. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you described it perfectly in your previous like post match where you said it's moments of brilliance that make you feel like you're back, but then like kind of the rest of the rust just
Yeah.
kind of creeps in and you just bleed time and elsewhere. But like, I mean, it's the thing with being in the lower bracket, right? Not to be. I'm trying to. What's the opposite of generous? Not to be too critical, but with your time and with your PB, it's just about getting the job done, really.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, like I'm not sure if Tyler's still here, but you know, this is one of those runs where like it could have easily been a 134. You know what I mean? And then Tyler could easily have sneaked in maybe with a PB and ended up winning sort of thing. So like I know I probably shouldn't be in the lower bracket. But there definitely are people in the lower bracket that can
Oh,
easily
it's
beat
definitely
me.
an upset. Anyone
Yeah,
could beat anyone on the day.
yeah, 100%.
And Steam Time's just a representation of how you're playing right now, so
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why we don't just go straight from PBs.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm just looking back at quickly. I'm just looking back at the start of the run in my recording because I swear the camera at the start was wrong. You know, when you talk to Marge and you press enter in the tutorial,
Yeah.
and then it usually faces a certain way, right?
Yeah.
I saw you
Maybe-
jumping over the mailbox.
Yeah, I went through the mailbox. Is that normal? I swear it usually faces a different way. Maybe I'm
I wa-
just crazy.
It can
Don't-
happen sometimes.
Yeah,
Like the camera was facing towards the house.
yeah.
Is
I don't know.
is that
It's probably the
correct?
angle. Probably like I don't know the angle that you started speed to or something. I don't know.
Let me look at the. I can look at the run I did before this as well now because I have the recording. I'm just skimming through it. I'm like,
Normally,
did the same thing happen then? I was very concerned that like there was something wrong with my game, right? You know, like
Oh, okay.
yeah, usually the camera faces
It faces
towards
the
Ned's
road.
house.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wasn't using any band mods. Don't worry. I don't have a turn the camera in the tutorial mod. The only thing I can think that was different is that I went into the game once and then went to the menu. Like I was already into tutorial and playing around with Marge. Not in that way. Don't take that out of context, chat.
Not even the most outrageous thing said in comms today.
No.
Yeah, you said something about the fluids mixing of the families or something. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a Freudian slip, if you will. I suppose both runners, Critch, you have a race scheduled for the 15th against Badger Bar. Do you have any thoughts towards that one?
Not really. Like I know Badger's gonna acing, but yeah, that's gonna be one of those runs that, yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard for me to lose that one. Let's say so.
I mean,
like, go on.
the seeding time is a bit of a
Yeah.
bit of a.
I
For context, Badger has a 3-hour, 1 minute and 35-minute seeding time. So
has Badger done a better run since that, by the way, or is that the?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Badger's
He hasn't
Okay.
actually raced yet, has he?
No, Badger's quite elusive.
He sort of went
we don't
MIA
know.
for a bit.
He could bust out like a 140. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, if PB is a 143, so if he just practices a bit, maybe he could.
I was half joking in my head, thinking about how you could sandbag and like Critch did Critch has what was your seeding time, Critch?
I got what 134.
Yeah,
believe.
But your PB, so not too different from what you've got now. Okay.
Yeah.
So but your PB is really like a lot lower than that, right?
yeah, it's 122.
It's like I can just imagine like Badger is just like 3 hours and then comes out with like a 1 hour 20 run, and it's like at that point I would start questioning things. if you did a really good run in comparison, but I don't care really. But like I don't think I'm gonna make it through anyway. I don't practice much. I don't deserve to. It's fine. If
Yeah.
you know, if you were two really good people compete, someone who's really good who got plowed by don't take that out of context. I don't know a good word. Got beaten really hard by someone. That also doesn't sound good. Don't take the internet has ruined all words, but you know what I
True.
mean. You know, like.
Yes.
But for me, it doesn't matter. This race was good.
I suppose. Do you have one more race to do, Zoton?
I have the Badger one as well, which I'm guessing going to be
okay.
async, but I'll do the thing live because there's no reason. I have
Yeah,
time, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
matter.
All right.
Someone needs to watch me anyway, so I might as well just make them watch me once and not twice.
Yeah.
If someone.
Yep. All right.
So yeah, I don't know when that's going to happen. I leave for ESA like on the 24th or something, which is earlier than most people. So like I want to do it before then, really. But the whole bracket, this bracket, or is that the word you'd use?
The group
Ends on
stage
like
ends on the 26th, so
26th. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yep.
So I need to get stuff done really. But I'll do it whenever it's on the async, and then I'll just do it when there's a free spot in the schedule.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
And Critch is the same, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
If
our
that's-
group is done.
If that's all, you two got anything else to add, or
Not at the moment. Thank you for restreaming. Thank you for commentating.
Thanks
Alright.
as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
nothing else to say. Next
We'll
run is
see-
at 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we'll see you guys in about
4
4 hours for Maybach versus Vapo. So yeah.
I will be back on comms for that one as well.
Yeah.
Me and Axie running it back. But yes, just a very thanks to everyone in gold. Thank you, Zoton and Critch, for the race. A very entertaining one. Thank you, Sid, for joining me last minute at comms. And thank you, Cody, for restreaming as well. As said before, 7 p.m. So, 4 hours' time?
Yep.
Buyback versus Vapo, upper group D. As you know, we get to see if Vapo is gonna land himself as top of his group. So stay tuned and make sure to join us at 7 p.m.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Bye.